It is 6:48, turning to weather right now. It is an alert day. I'm here with Lindsay in the weather pod. Lindsay, celebrating a birthday today. Mother Nature actually showering you with some storms to track.
Yeah.
And they could be severe later this afternoon.
Absolutely. And the thing about it, too, is that just because the storms are popping west does not mean they're not coming to you. I want you to be very aware of that. So here's a look at the storms, the potential today, the timeline. We have it broken down for you. And just be rest assured that the entire Weather Watch 12 team, we are on this storm. We are going to be here when things start to happen, and make sure that you tune in for all the latest developments. And watch our social media, too, because we're going to be updating it there when we're not on TV. So it's dry now. We do have some fog that is near the lakefront. Not going to talk about that a lot because it's like the lesser of what I want to focus on, and that is about the energy that's coming in later on today. From noon until 2, 3 o'clock, energy is going to start to really build up, and that is basically the telltale sign of warm and muggy conditions and a very volatile storm environment. Between 2 and 4 o'clock, this is when storms are going to pop. And we talked about this before, that atmospheric cap. That's what prevented the storms last time. This is not last time. We don't have a very strong cap in areas west of the lakefront, and that's where storms will develop. It doesn't mean storms aren't going to happen in Milwaukee. It just means they're not going to pop here, and they're going to move from west to east, and then we all get in on widespread storms after 4 o'clock through about 9 p.m. We do have that 3 out of 5 risk here with the Storm Prediction Center's outlook here, with I really feel like a bullseye of tornadic activity is likely right around here. That's kind of a bullseye over Dodge County, western Washington, northern Jefferson, and also western Fond du Lac County. That's the spot I really think things are going to pop quickly and then really rapidly deteriorate with those conditions. Right now, the conditions are not the best. If you're in Brookfield, we do have a dense fog advisory clearly in effect for areas right along the lakefront until 10 o'clock this morning. We'll ditch the fog. We'll be stuck under the clouds for a while. So again, that doesn't bode well for energy. But then it ramps up. And then we start to see that activity popping to the west that will move into areas, even areas that have a strong cap, which is near the lakefront, a very strong cap. But those storms are going to move in, and that's where you do have that potential of that severity that picks up. So this is the weather model that I've chose to really kind of side with this morning as far as timing and how it pans out. See this? Here's 3 o'clock. There's nothing on there. You're going to be looking at your radar. You're going to be looking at your phone thinking, okay, here we go again. But watch what happens. That cap is going to break, and you'll see these little storm clusters just start to pop up like this. And you can see them right here. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but watch what happens. Once one starts going, then the rest of them start to kind of follow suit. And I really don't like it when I see storms like this that have this supercellular structure, like these little balls here, that really kind of showcases that these storms can grab all the energy to themselves and get strong to severe all by themselves. Once they congeal into a line, they all share the energy. They still are going to be strong. But again, the supercells are the ones you want to watch for. Look at the time, 7 o'clock. And then boom, it passes through Milwaukee County. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that energy. It's not that high. I know this is a little anomaly here. It's not that high for Milwaukee, but look at Waukesha. This is where that cap is going to break because the energy is very, very high. And that happens right in the middle of the afternoon. That is prime zone time and territory. Gusts over 60 miles an hour, golf ball size hail, and tornadoes are all possible. So the bottom line, all types of severe weather, especially inland where everything pops and it moves its way to the east. Just make sure that you stay tuned for all of our updates. Make sure you have a plan. Tell your kids before they leave for school, because as they come home, if you live maybe like in McGuanago or if you live in Oconomowoc, these storms are going to get there first. And as your kids are heading home today, they need to know where to go in case you're not home with them by 3 or 4 o'clock, which many parents don't get home till maybe 5 or 6. So keep that in mind today. Be on guard and know that I don't want anyone to be scared. I want you to know that we're going to be here regardless, and we'll have all your updates for you.
Yeah, and just always important to have a plan. Even if things don't happen in your area today, at least you're set for the next time.
Yep.
Exactly.
Lindsay, thank you.